Hello, constituents of the internet. Welcome to the Weekly What, where we explore life in the left lane, or as I like to call it, being compassionate, respectful, and empathetic towards the lives of others. With us, you'll find weekly acts of resistance, tips on what wine pairs best with impending nuclear doom, and how to cope with having a government who doesn't give a flying fuck about you. Because I need as much attention as these stories, I'm your host, Taylor Eden.
And because two are better than one, I'm your co-host, Kate Homebrand. And this week, we are drinking Velvet Moon from Trader Joe's because it was $6 and we do not get paid to make this show. It is a public service for you,
You're
the
welcome.
viewers. You're welcome. Now, it's time to get into what you need to know.
Much like history itself, this week was just terrible for women. Like a bad 80s movie, Trump's past and current wives, I don't know what to call them, failed the Bechdel test, arguing over who's the real First Lady. Well, I hate to break it to both of you, but actually the Miss First Lady pageant that Trump held earlier in the Oval Office this year saw a hung jury between Mike Pence and Paul Ryan. Mike Pence slayed the bikini portion. But you know, Ryan, I feel, really took it home in the talent bit where he turned facts into fiction like Jesus turned water into wine.
Well, the Women's March announced that their opening speaker for the Women's National Convention will be, you guessed it, Bernie Sanders. You know, it's funny. You would think that the opening speaker of the Women's Convention would be a woman, but I guess Bernie Sanders is woman enough for us all.
While Trump babbled on about IQ tests this week, Jeff Sessions, the evil chimpanzee from Family Guy, ended workplace protections for trans people. So, LGBTQ Trump voters, this is what you had to lose.
At the BET Hip Hop Awards, Eminem dropped a 4-minute-long freestyle eviscerating Donald Trump. A daring move because the Venn diagram of malcontent white boys who listen to Eminem and Trump supporters is a circle.
Trump took executive action to begin dismantling Obamacare. Critics of his actions, including state insurance commissioners, most health insurance industry and mainstream policy specialists, aka people who actually know what they're talking about, all agreed that this would have damaging effects. We just got started with the Weekly What, but Anthem is dropping me in 2018, so if we stop posting on Instagram, you'll know what happened to us. Kate?
I have a full-time job with benefits, so you'll know what happened to her. Trump became the first president ever to speak at a classified hate group rally for the Freedom Research Council, whose members include white supremacists, those people who say they're for family values while on their third marriage, and hateful bigots. Trump and these people have two things in common. They have literally no morals and a desire to impose their will on everyone else.
Speaking of values, Larry Flynt is offering a $10 million reward to anyone who has incriminating information to impeach Trump. I guess all the tweets are not enough, but I call that a bang for your buck. And Larry, I think the Kremlin might want a little more for that PP tape. And now for Tweet of the Week. Yeah.
This week's Tweet of the Week comes from our dear leader, Donald Trump. On October 11th, he tweeted, "With all the fake news coming out of NBC and networks, at what point is it appropriate to challenge their license? Bad for country!" Exclamation point. Taylor, let's break it down.
Yeah.
Bad for country.
Bad for country.
Bad for country.
For country. It takes an insane amount of courage to come forward and speak up against sexual assault, which is why this week we're dedicating You're Doing Amazing, Sweetie to all of the women who have come forward and spoken out against Harvey Weinstein. Rose McGowan, Lucia Evans, Gwyneth Paltrow, Cara Delevingne, Angelina Jolie, Leah Seydoux, Zoe Brock, Louisette Geist, Judith Godrich, Dawn Dunning, Tommy Ann Roberts, Catherine Kendall, Rosanna Arquette, Ashley Judd, Emma DeCon, Lauren O'Connor, Amber Batalina, Jessica Barth, Laura Madden, Emily Nestor, Zelda Perkins, Kate Beckinsale, Elizabeth Carlson, Liza Campbell, Lauren Sivan, Jessica Hines, Romola Garai, Florence Durrell, and all of the unnamed assistants. Thank you, thank you, thank you for setting a new precedence and coming forward and speaking out. Okay, so that was heavy, but our favorite act of resistance is laughter, so this is Would You Rather.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Yeah.
You're Ivanka.
Ooh, I'm Ivanka?
Yeah,
I love being Ivanka.
Would you rather be pardoned for treason, but have to spend the rest of your life surrounded by only your brothers? Or would you rather be charged for treason, but get to share your prison cell with Jared?
Huh. I'm gonna take a sip of wine for a sec. Okay, well, here's the thing. You know Ivanka's the best of the siblings.
No.
I would not want to spend time with Don Jr.
No.
I think I would accept the charge of treason, because then at least then I get to boink my husband. Right?
Yeah.
You're in jail, but at least you're with Jared. I know you think Jared's fine.
As long as he keeps his mouth shut. Yeah.
Ah, Mickey Mouse. So yeah, I'm gonna go with accept the charge of treason, share a cell with Jared Kushner. Okay, you're Jeff Sessions. Would you rather have weekly rotating dinners with Elton John, Ellen DeGeneres, and RuPaul, and get to renounce your recusal from the Russia investigation, or never have to spend another waking moment in the presence of a minority group ever again, but have to quit as Attorney General by calling Trump incompetent on television?
Okay. So the recusal is the whole reason that Trump really hates him. But at the same time, okay, so like the right answer is obviously for him to spend time with Elton and RuPaul and Ellen so that he can understand that they are people just like him. But of course he won't do that. If I were Jeff Sessions, I would obviously say the latter and yeah, never have to spend a second with a minority, but quit as Attorney General, I think.
You're Tiffany Trump. Would you rather accept Larry Flynt's payout of $10 million for info to help put your dad in jail, or have him acknowledge your existence, but he always refers to you as my daughter that's not Ivanka?
I would... See, the thing is that $10 million would be nice because we all know Trump doesn't actually have any money, so her inheritance would be like zilch. But I think for this poor girl, she would probably rather have her father at least acknowledge her.
Right?
So I think probably the second one.
Sorry, not Ivanka. You're $10 million poorer.
Thank you so much for joining us on our first episode of The Weekly What. It's been a roller coaster, but we're going to leave you on a fun note, and we're going to play Survivor White House.
I love Survivor White House.
I know. It's
so fun.
Who's your vote?
My vote this week is Rex Tillerson, because Donald Trump last week said he was a very good man, and that's how you know.
Yeah, that's usually the kiss of death.
Right?
Yeah, Tillerson is also my vote. I think he's been on the way out for a while. He called him a fucking moron. I mean, how much longer can you last?
I've said worse things.
Yeah. And we're not even employed by him, so.
I'm just gonna leave you with this, people. No matter who gets fired, there's always someone worse to take their place. Cheers.